From the very beginning of Redeemer, our vision has always been to see our city redeemed with the gospel of Jesus. And that even includes how we relate as churches. Our posture from the beginning was not competition, but always collaboration. We always desired relationship with other churches, hoping to lock arms and come together as one body with the purpose of making Christ known. That vision from the very beginning was so compelling that many of you who are still with us today from then moved your families into those neighborhoods surrounding where we planted our church, coming alongside both the lost and even then dying and struggling churches in order to develop loving relationships. Literally, we have been down this road for a long time. From official discussions with Grand Avenue Baptist, discussing whether or not we should merge, all the way to utilizing an empty church building owned by Emmanuel Baptist across from Nichols Park, all the way to developing and sharing a vision for a Northwest Springfield initiative, which would involve a family of churches like Redeemer, Freshwater, Hamlin, and Emmanuel to work together in our respective neighborhoods as a family of churches. We would do shared efforts through our community groups and evangelism, even doing combined services, celebrating baptisms together, doing something so that the kingdom of God would be openly visible among the neighborhoods. But in those efforts, they became difficult. And what we learned is that while we had the vision and the desire for it, and while we believed the same things on paper, we were lacking some structure and framework around actually doing that work together. But then everything changed in 2020, where we thought the vision of this work was gone and done and over with. Temple Baptist gives us a phone call, Brother Dave Richards, inviting us to come in to their dying church, take over their building, and to carry on the vision of making disciples in the West Central neighborhood and beyond. We thought at the elder table, there's no way. We've been laboring at this for so long. How could we possibly have this opportunity? It's too good to be true. But as you guys know, the rest of the story goes that they laid their life down. They laid the name Temple Baptist down. They laid down everything and for the sake of the kingdom. And now we have been able to see what we had been laboring in for so long come to fruition as churches coming together for the kingdom. And in particular, a healthy church with an unhealthy church coming together in a beautiful way for the kingdom of God. And now we have participated in what is known in church planting terms as legacy planting. Temple Baptist may not exist legally with the Secretary of State as a 501c3, but we as Redeemer are carrying on the torch and the legacy of Temple Baptist, and even their people are with us. We are one church now seeking to do this across the city. And so there's much encouragement. Because of that humility displayed by Temple, it has reignited in us a fire to do the same thing. And this is what we see with the Way Church and Boulevard Baptist. There's this momentum, this desire. Yes, we can do this in our city. And we want to be like the Apostle Paul, and we want to help strengthen the churches. And believe me, Redeemer, many are watching to see if what we're doing is going to fail, because there are hurting, struggling, dying churches who are hungry for a revitalization, a new life beginning among them. They just don't know how to do it. And we want to be ones who can take that to them. And this is where the CFC bylaws and constitution come into play. In order to aid unhealthy churches, we must lead by example and provide the necessary structure for healing, but also the very structure for culture. We aren't asking you to evaluate the CFC bylaws and constitution to determine if we should become something we currently are not. Rather, we are asking you to assess if the CFC structure and bylaws and constitution can support us in continuing what we've already started. So this isn't us becoming something new. This is us joining in something that we already are. So take this time seriously. We humbly and prayerfully request that you consider these bylaws and constitution and weigh them against Redeemer's vision and mission in light of its structure. Our ultimate goal is to spread the love of Jesus far and wide in this city and beyond. So we have to ask you, do you believe that this structure will help us achieve that? That's the question you need to ask yourself as you're reading. And we eagerly wait and anticipate those conversations with you.